Okay then guys, let's have a quick look at this paper then by way of introduction before we go through it question by question. Good thing to do in an examination is to have a quick look through at the paper, because basically what happens is when you've looked at all the questions, your brain subconsciously tries to work out the solutions to the question. So it's good to familiarize yourself with the questions, so that when you come to do the questions, you'll actually have some vague recollection of them, and your mind may have also already tried to work out the solution. So let's have a quick look at the paper then, see what order we'd like to do the questions in this examination. It's a 90-minute examination. All the instructions are on the first page. Question 1 is a nice coordinates, length, gradient equation of a line question. Nice easy question, good one to start with. So it's appropriate that that is the first question in the paper. This is a polynomial on both sides, a cubic on both sides. So we'd need to equate powers of x, constants, or substitute particular values of x in as well. So those are the choices we have, and that's a nice easy question. Again, this one's particularly easy here for simple rules of indices, and right in that font there. So the first three questions look fairly user-friendly and nice way to start the examination. Substitute this in, you're going to get a quadratic then, aren't you, in U, which you can then solve, and then once you've solved for that you can solve for x. This is a cubic minus x cubed translation question here, and the transformation from this to this needs to be described. So that's a nice question that's fairly user friendly as well. Here, put everything on ground level and then we can differentiate for 6. And then the second order derivative again, which is very straightforward. So the first 6 questions hold no surprises and can be done in double quick time. So that's certainly no objection to doing them in the order in which they appear. Let's look onto the 7, 8 and the remaining questions then, 7 and 8 here. This needs to be arranged in this form, which is nice and easy. Solve this quadratic. Well, once it's arranged in this form, you can just rearrange it then, can't we? Because we know we put this in place here. Let it equal 0, we can solve that easily. And then we can solve this. Equal roots, we can use a discriminant here if we wish. B squared minus 4ac equals 0. Or better still, b squared equals 4ac, can't we? In part 3 there directly. We've got a curve, quadratic curve, minus x squared, so it's an n-shaped curve. And we've got a tangent at a point. Find the tangent at that point. And then it meets a point Q, line of symmetry of this equation here. And then increasing function, well, we need to get dy dx, find out when it's positive, and then we can find that set of values there. And then question 9 is here. Circle question, nice. Arrange it in the form that we can read off the center and the radius. This is tangential to the circuit. These are horizontal lines, so it'd be very easy to work out those values once we've drawn the little sketch of the circle. And then we can write down those values there for k, above and below, at the top and bottom of the circle. S and T lie on the circumference where M is the midpoint of the chord. The center to the point M is 2. Calculate the length of the chord. So you're going to have triangles. So you'll have a chord in a circle. A line from the center to the midpoint of the chord will be 90 degrees. It's of distance 2. And then each point from the center, you'll know the radius, and it's just Pythag, that one. Circle meets the line, so that's solving this pair of equations, isn't it? This equation and the circle equation there. So this question will take some time, so it's good that it's at the end of the examination. So it doesn't hold many surprises, this paper. The questions get quite long-winded, and there's only 9 questions in this examination paper. So personally I would have no objection to doing the questions in the order in which they appear. And now that one has had a quick look through the paper, a 2 or 3 minutes look, although we've taken a bit longer, then it'd be good to start the examination, wouldn't it? And I would go through it sequentially myself. But once you finish the paper and you get time, always double check your answers, and once you've finished double checking everything, then triple check, so that you can eke out every last possible mark when you go through an examination, a C1 examination of this sort. So all the best then, guys, if you've got our C1 examination in the near future, and I hope the solutions for the video for this paper are helpful. I'll catch you again sometime. Cheers!